Good morning to all of you. Today we are going to start new chapter, that compounds. In that chapter you are supposed to study 4 compounds are given: hydrogen chloride gas, ammonia, nitric acid and sulfuric acid. 4 compounds are there, and from this topic you will get the questions that chemical equation you will get, then name the gas released, observation part you will get. So very important topic. More than 20 mark questions you will cover from this chapter. So first of all, today we are going to discuss about hydrogen chloride gas. So I want to clear you that hydrogen chloride gas and hydrochloric acid both are different. First of all, we prepare hydrogen chloride gas. When this hydrogen chloride gas is dissolved in water, then it is called hydrochloric acid. Or you can say the aqueous solution of hydrogen chloride gas is called hydrochloric acid. So that we will discuss afterward. Today we are going to study that hydrogen chloride gas. So the aqueous solution of hydrogen chloride gas is called muriatic acid. So sometimes in the paper it is asked, what is muriatic acid? So aqueous solution of hydrogen chloride gas is called muriatic acid. So if the question is asked to you, what is muriatic acid? So you can say that aqueous solution of hydrogen chloride gas is called muriatic acid. So Glover first prepared by heating rock salt and concentrate sulfuric acid. When these 2 compounds are heated together, then hydrogen chloride gas is obtained. When these 2 compounds are heated, then HCl gas is formed. So now the question is for you, what is rock salt? Rock salt is sodium chloride. So sometimes in paper they have already asked, what is rock salt? So rock salt is sodium chloride. Next one is occurrence of hydrogen chloride gas. This hydrogen chloride gas, how it is present in nature. So I want to tell you, this is found in the free state. This is found in free state in volcanic gases and gastric juices are bubbles. In our stomach, this hydrochloric acid is present. Traces amount is present. Sometimes you see, when we eat too much, we suffer from acidity. So what happened? Due to the indigestion in our stomach, the amount of the hydrochloric acid is increased. So in that case, we use any antacid. Antacid we use that magnesium hydroxide. So this antacid utilizes the hydrochloric acid which is present in our stomach. And sometimes you people are using the cold drinks. So in the cold drinks, what is there? Carbonic acid is there. So you are thinking how this one acid will utilize to another acid. So when we use the cold drink, this carbon dioxide gas is releasing in our stomach. Temperature is more and solidity of the gas is decreasing. So inside the stomach, the pressure will increase. Then this HCl gas is coming from our mouth. So we are getting different results. So by this way, acidity is removed. So this is about the introduction part. Next one is preparation of hydrogen chloride gas. Preparation of hydrogen chloride gas. Preparation of hydrogen chloride gas. So 2 methods are given here. First of all, it is given by direct combination. By direct combination. combination, we can prepare hydrogen chloride gas. So how it is prepared? This moist hydrogen combined with chlorine in the presence of diffuse sunlight. So this will form hydrogen chloride gas. You must be thinking, what is diffuse sunlight? This is the daytime, and just to see in your room, light is there. That is called diffuse sunlight. If you go outside of the field, you are getting a sun. That is called direct sunlight. And if you close your room, no light is there. That is called dark. So this reaction, if you take in diffuse sunlight, then it will be under control, proper rate of reaction will be there. But if you take in direct sunlight, then explosive will be there. And if you take in dark, then negligible speed is there. Now next, I have told you that you have to take moist hydrogen. So what is the work of moisture? Moisture used as catalyst. So this moist hydrogen combined with chlorine form hydrogen chloride gas. So moist work as a catalyst. The question can be asked to you, give a chemical equation in which moisture work as a catalyst. So this reaction can be used. Then another name is given, direct combination is clear, that two elements are combined. Another name is given synthesis. What is a synthesis? In class 9 you studied when two elements combine. When two elements combine to form a compound, the reaction is called synthesis. So in this one, just to see, two elements, hydrogen and chlorine are combining and forming hydrogen chloride, that is a compound. So when two elements combine, when two elements react to form a compound, the reaction is called synthesis. So that's why this is an example of synthesis. Now, second method is given by reaction of metallic chloride with concentrated sulfurication. By reaction of metallic chloride with concentrated sulfuric acid. So in this one, this sodium chloride heated with concentrated sulfuric acid and the temperature is below 200 degrees Celsius form NaHSO4 plus HCl. This reaction is coming in most important category. I will give you the questions, how the questions can be asked. First of all, regarding this equation, the question can be asked to you. Just to see how the questions will be asked to you. First of all, regarding this equation, first question can be asked to you, what nature of concentrated sulfuric acid is used here? Very simple question, when I am asking for paper, if you go through. So what nature of concentrated sulfuric acid is used here in this reaction? So what you will write? Non-volatile nature. Your answer is non-volatile nature. Don't write the concentrate. Already I have written concentrate. So non-volatile nature. Many natures are there of sulfuric acid: oxidizing nature, non-volatile nature. We will discuss afterward. So for this reaction, you remember what nature? Non-volatile. Then second question can be asked to you, what type of the salt is formed? What type of salt is formed? I am not writing full. Means when sodium chloride is given with concentrated sulfuric acid, what type of the salt is formed? If the temperature is below 200 degrees Celsius. Below 200 degrees Celsius. So what type of the salt is formed? This one is acid salt. So your answer is acid salt. Then third question can be asked to you. Name the gas release. Name the gas release. Name the gas release. Just to see which gas is there. This you have to write hydrogen chloride gas. The correct answer is hydrogen chloride gas. This question is repeated many times in board paper. If you go through, frequently asked question is there. So name the gas released. Hydrogen chloride gas. If you are writing here hydrochloric acid, you will not get the mark because they are asking the gas. So hydrogen chloride gas. Then fourth point, observation. So what do you observe when sodium chloride is given concentrate sulfurization? Observation just to see a colorless gas is released. A colorless gas is released. It gives a dense white fume. A dense white fume with a glass rod dipped in ammonium hydroxide. This is also very important observation. Many times asked in board paper. What do you observe when sodium chloride is heated with concentrate sulfurization? Your answer will be there. A colorless gas is released. HCl gas is colorless. A colorless gas is released. It gives a dense white fume. With a glass rod dipped in ammonium hydroxide. I have asked in your previous that first semester examination, and suppose that if it is asked to you, and if you write hydrogen chloride gas only, name of the gas, no mark will be given, because observation means what you can see from your eyes. What you can see from your eyes, that is called observation, not the name of the compound. So if you are writing what you observe when sodium chloride is in concentrate sulfurization, if you are writing HCl gas, it is wrong. This is the correct answer I have written you, and all these points you note down in your chemistry copy. It is very important. Some questions you will get in board paper. Now we are going to discuss about laboratory preparation of hydrogen chloride gas. The chapter is very important. All the compounds in your paper, near about 20 mark questions you are getting from chemical equation. So that you will get from these compounds only. Observation, you will get. Name the gas released, you will get. So that's why I suggest you to read this chapter sincerely, and regarding the chemical equation, practice it by writing in the rough copy. So next one is laboratory preparation of hydrogen chloride gas. Very important. All the laboratory methods are important in HCl method. Some questions you will get. So just to see, we take a round bottom flask. In the round bottom flask, we place the piston funnel. This is the piston funnel. Then another delivery tube Then this delivery tube is coming, another water bottle that contain concentrate sulfuric acid. This concentrate sulfuric acid is used here as a dry agent. This concentrate H2SO4 is used here. It is used as a drying agent. I want to tell you this concentrate sulfuric acid is used as dry agent, as a additive agent. Both the words are there, but here it is used as drying agent. Then this HCl gas is coming. It is collected here in a jar. Collected here in a jar. Just to see, this HCl is moving down. HCl is moving down and air is moving up. So what is the name of the method? Upward displacement of air. Correction method will be there. Upward displacement of air. This is very easy to study. Upward displacement of air. This is given in our book. Another writer, they have written for this one, or downward delivery of gas, or downward delivery of gas. So both the names are correct. This one is given in your book, but this one is not given in your book. Don't think it is wrong. It is also correct, because we are getting, when we are checking the board paper, we are getting this answer also. So both are correct. Anyone is right? Either upward displacement of air or downward delivery of gas. So now come to the point here. They say here we use solid reactant. Which solid reactant we use here? Sodium chloride. This sodium chloride that is used in solid form, and from the crystal funnel you add concentrate sulfuric acid. So here you are getting concentrated sulfuric acid. It is heated gently. As you know, we have to maintain the temperature below 200 degrees Celsius. So when it is heated, this HCl gas is coming here. HCl gas. Here I want to tell you that this delivery tube, it should be fully dipped into this sulfuric acid. Otherwise, what will happen? If it is not fully dipped, suppose that if it is up to here only, then when you heat it, then the gas will come from this point also, crystal funnel. And when you are going to pour acid, that acid will come on your face. Bumping will be there. So that's why this end should be completely dipped into the acid. When it is heated, HCl gas is coming. This HCl gas contains moisture. So it is passed through the concentrate sulfuric acid. This will absorb moisture. So it is moist. So moisture is taken by concentrate sulfuric acid. If it is asked you what is the role of the concentrate sulfuric acid, you say that the drying agent. Or which drying agent is used in the laboratory preparation of HCl gas? Concentrate sulfuric acid. Then this HCl gas is coming. HCl gas, it is free from the moisture, collected by upward displacement of air or downward delivery of the gas. How can you know that your jar is filled with HCl? Very simple. Take a glass rod. This is a glass rod. It is dipped in ammonium hydroxide. So when you take a glass rod dipped in ammonium hydroxide, thing can come out. You are getting the dense white fluid. It means that the jar is filled with HCl. Now certain points we have discussed. All the points are important. First point about reactants. So as we have seen, any metallic chloride can be used, but we prefer sodium chloride is preferred. So why sodium chloride is preferred? Because it is cheap It is cheap and easily available. It is easily and available. Then second point, concentrate sulfuric acid is preferred. Why it is preferred to the other acid? Because it is non-volatile, it has high volume. It is non-volatile and has high volume. So you must be thinking what will happen if it is non-volatile, high volume point. So when the sodium chloride is heated with concentrate sulfuric acid, then sulfuric acid will displace HCl from the indices. Equation I will give you in the next one. Then we don't prefer concentrate nitric acid. We don't prefer concentrate nitric acid because it is volatile acid. Volatile acid. You must be thinking what is volatile and non-volatile. Just to see, if you heat certain substances, they are easily come in the form of the vapor. That is called volatile. And certain substances are there, when you heat it, they are not easily come in the form of the vapor. That is called non-volatile. And this concentrate sulfuric acid, this boiling point is high. So that's why when you heat it, it will not be converted easily into the vapor form. And so that's why this one is preferred. And here if you heat it, it will volatile. So what will happen? Along with the HCl gas, nitric acid vapors will also be formed. So that's why this one is not preferred. So this is the first point about the reactions. Second point, temperature. Second point, temperature means we have already discussed about reactants. Next, we will discuss about temperature. So temperature we maintain below 200 degrees Celsius. So just to see chemical equations. So they say sodium chloride is heated with concentrate sulfuric acid. Temperature is below 200 degrees Celsius. This will form NaHSO4 plus HCl gas. If you increase the temperature, NaCl heated with concentrate sulfuric acid and temperature is above 200 degrees Celsius. So this will form Na2SO4 and 2HCl. So just to see, we have to maintain the temperature below 200 degrees Celsius. What is the reason? First of all, fuel is wasted. Fuel is wasted. Unnecessary heating, you are wasting your fuel. Second point, glass apparatus may tend to crack. Breakage will be there, unnecessary heating glass apparatus. And third point, a hard crust of sodium sulfate is formed. It will stick to glass apparatus and it is difficult to remove. So these 3 points are really important that you have to learn. They will ask what is the required temperature. You have to write below 200 degrees Celsius. If the temperature is above 200 degrees Celsius, then what is wrong? Why can't we maintain the temperature above 200 degrees Celsius? What problem will be there? Just to see. Unnecessary heating, your fuel is wasted. This is the glass apparatus. If you are heating, then it may tend to crack. Breakage will be there. This third point is very important, that hard crust of example of the hard crust. In the winter season, if you take one vessel and every day if you boil water, so you will see in your vessel at the bottom that white substance deposited. That is called the hard crust. So same situation will arise here. So that's why we maintain the temperature below 200 degrees Celsius. Now the third point is purification. So third point, purification. So purification, this is the first point. Second point, third point is purification. You are preparing the gas, that gas must be purified. So we use drying agent, concentrate sulfuric. So why this concentrate sulfur is preferred? Because it does not react with the HCl. So when you select the drying agent should be like that. It should not react with the product. So this concentrate sulfuric acid, it will not react with HCl. So that's why this one is preferred. We can't use calcium oxide and phosphorus pentaoxide. These two are also drying agent, but they are not used. What is problem? They react with HCl, form chlorides. So one example, see calcium oxide react with HCl, form calcium chloride. So they will form the chlorides. This phosphorus pentaoxide reacts with HCl. This will form phosphorus oxychloride and metaphosphoric acid. So that's why these two are not preferred. Now the fourth point, that collection of the gas. Collection of the gas. All the points are given in the book. Then you have to read your book properly. If you are not reading, you will lose your book. Fourth point, collection of gas. So it is given that HCl gas is heavier than air. HCl gas is heavier than air. Now in your mind one question may be there, how we can know whether the gas is heavier or lighter? It is very simple. Vapor density of air, that is 14.4, and we have studied that molecular mass is equal to 2 into vapor density, or you can say vapor density is equal to molecular mass divided by 2. So for any gas you can calculate the vapor density by using this formula, and if the vapor density is more than 14.4, that gas will be heavier than air. If the vapor density is less than 14.4, that gas will be lighter than air. And if the vapor density of the gas is coming approximately 14.4, so you can say that gas is as heavy as air. So regarding HCl, just you see HCl molecular mass, hydrogen 1, chlorine 35.5, you are getting 36.5. So vapor density 36.5 divided by 2, 18.25. So just you see, vapor density of air is 14.4 and vapor density of HCl is 18.25. Is it lighter or heavier? By seeing the value, it is heavier. In the same way, you can calculate for any gas vapor density by using this formula. And if the vapor density is coming less than 14.4, it is light. Very simple method. Then if you want to calculate how many times it is heavier, you can divide by 14.4. It is coming to 1.28 times. So this HCl gas is 1.28 times heavier than air. Now I think this will be. Now we come to the point, collection of gas, very important. By which method the gas is collected? So already I have told you, it is collected by upward displacement of air or downward delivery of the gas. Now by which method HCl gas is collected? HCl gas is collected by upward displacement of air or downward delivery of the gas. So just you go through your book. Just you see, today we have covered page number 149, page number 150. In page number 150, just you underline precaution. The lower end of the crystal funnel should dip below the acid in the flask X. Otherwise, HCl gas pocket will escape out from the crystal funnel. Collection you underline. Dry hydrochloric gas is collected by upward displacement of air. It is heavier than air. It is highly soluble in water, hence not collected over water. Then identification. A glass rod dipped in ammonia solution is brought near the mouth of the jar. While the gas jar is full with hydrogen chloride gas, then dense white film of ammonium chloride is formed. Then page number 151, just to mark sodium chloride is preferred since it is cheap and easily available. Concentrate H2SO4 is preferred since it is non-volatile, has high boiling point. Then concentrate nitric acid is not used in place of concentrate sulfuric acid since it is volatile and may be volatile out along with hydrogen chloride gas. Then temperature, we have to maintain the temperature below. The 3 points are given ABC, fuel is wasted, glass apparatus may tend to crack, sodium sulfate form a hard crust, stick to the glass. Then hydrogen chloride gas oxide is purified by passing concentrate H2SO4. So this concentrate H2SO4 is used as drying agent, underline this one. Concentrate H2SO4 is used as drying agent, and quicklime phosphorus pentoxide cannot be used because they react with hydrogen chloride gas. Then collection of the gas, underline this one. HCl gas is collected by upward displacement of air since it is 1.28 times heavier than air. And then second point, HCl gas is not collected over water since it is highly soluble in water. That much is required. All these important points are there, underline it and cover it. So next we will begin the